though. Good, good, good. Yeah! We begin LeafGreen today! Sorry for the late start, I had to eat dinner. Bing, bong, bong, bing. That's some classic stuff. Alright, what's the new game? Fuck it. Controls! So we have tutorials in this one. Let us begin indeed. Hello, Professor Oak! Welcome to the world of Pokémon. Alright. What should we name this character? I could just go with Leaf. But, I almost kind of want to think of something. You remember when her name was Blue? Her name is Blue in Japanese. When? Her name has always been Leaf, actually, because there was no female player character in the original Gen 1 games. It was, you had Red, and then your rival, Gary. Well, like Ash and Gary, but Red and Blue. But in Japanese, it was Red and Green. His name was Green. And then in the English version, they decided to name the girl Green as of, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I think? Leaf. I'm gonna kind of phone in it a little bit. Lee. But like, yeah, sure, why not? That works. You both were babies. What was his name now? Love how you can just name Gary Red. You can name him Ash, too! What do we name him? You get to name the rival in this game. Not really something you get to do anymore. Not really something you could do for a while. I'm not naming him after you, Dolvin. Thanks for showing up, though. Showing up to streams happening while I'm awake and at my PC. That's right! you are now able to do that. Another boring white kid name. But they're both thematic. Lee is a pun on leaf, because I say so. And apparently Aiden is like a fire. It means little fire, and it's like Irish in origin, which is interesting. What's it? Mythology? It's the diminutive of the Celtic god of the sun. Neat! Sure, why not? I know it could be Gary. Gary fucking Oak, but... Yeah. Can't believe you forgot your own grandson's name, old man. Small. And we have an NES. 'Cause it's the 90s. In our humble little Pokemon home. Press the L or R button. Yes, I'm doing that. But it's treating that like the A button instead. Yeah! This is like... What's going on here? Ah, button mode L equals A. Probably A on battle style set. Sure. Yeah. I'll pick a frame. Ooh, is that the retro frame? Fuck it. Old school, why not? Hello, mama. Is that a trash can? No. I mean, it probably is a trash can. It's just very narrow. Technology's incredible. There's always a chunky guy in the opening town of every game that goes, "Technology's incredible!" And he's right! Hey, buddy. Do you want me to go? Am I supposed to go find Professor Oak? There you are! Right when I put myself in danger. You come to save the day. Now, who should I start with? I am a Charmander kind of bitch. But this is also LeafGreen. But also Turtle. Like, I don't want to be boxed in. But we keep getting the Gen 1 starters in every other game, and I tend to pick Charmander when I do that. But I want to change it up a little bit. So, yeah, I tend to have a supply of infinite Charmanders. Fuck it, Turtle. He's a turtle. I'm gonna... my camera face, it's like kinda... center my face a little more. Yes. I nicknamed the turtle. That's not an... I should do a deep cut with, like, Franklin the Turtle children's books. I have a family member who kept a pet turtle and named her Harriet after Franklin's little sister. So I was about to name him Harrier, but a Harrier is like a... Usually it's like a breed of dog used to hunt certain kinds of birds, and it's also a type of airplane. And neither of those are very appropriate for a turtle? I could name him something really generic. I could do that. Can I do something... Studnata. I'm looking at the scientific names for turtles. TIL. The word terrapin, it comes from torope, I think, which is an Algonquin word. Neat. Ugh. Hovering over names so long and I'm fucking chasing away. This is not content. What'd I name you? I'm gonna fucking... I'm phoning it in. Again. Purple turtle. Purple turtle. He's not purple. He's not shiny. Squirtle gives me little buddy vibes. He's buddy now. Brain is in liquid form right now. Okay, smartass. Can I have this? I want the Pokédex! Give me the Pokédex! They didn't have to make this arrangement of this theme go so hard, but they did anyway. I love it. It looks like it's fucking 30 years old. I picked the correct frame. We just trade tackles until it ends. Okay, good night, sweet prince. Buddy, no! You don't need to be any more smug than you already are. smell you later. I'm going to go talk to my mother. Maybe she'll give me the running shoes before I leave, so I can run. And actually not just wander around at a snail's pace for the rest of the game. Alright, fine. Route 1! Hello. The road to Viridian City. Unfortunately, no balls. It's a rat. My commentary gain is not very good today. Genuinely confused how the Route 1 theme became so iconic. It's because it's Gen 1. Everything in Gen 1 became iconic. For better or for worse. Also, Brawl had a really good remix of it. It's very catchy. I personally think Viridian City's theme itself is a little more iconic. Excuse me. Pop into the Pokemon Center. I really think everything in Gen 1 became so iconic because everyone played the shit out of it during the height of Pokemania, and then a bunch of people grew out of Pokemon, like the cowards they are, and then decided, oh yeah, this is all I remember of Pokemon. Well, they can only name like 30 of them. Yes, tell me about the caterpillars. Mart? Do I have any money? Okay. In the original Japanese, this guy was drunk. He doesn't have his coffee yet. I mean, not having your coffee is pretty similar to being drunk, a little bit. Maybe not similar to being drunk. You're both sluggish. I know on days when I don't take my meds, I'm like, ugh. And sometimes it takes me ages to peel myself out of bed. It's a pretty decent way to localize it, I think. Cut. There's a cuttable tree. I guess I'm going back to Pallet Town and bring him his parcel. Beep-beep-la-la-lee. Professor! Professor, I have a package for you. What's the TM discovery noise? Custom Pokeball. I wonder if that's the Master Ball. balls! Pokemon stored in the balls. Rat. She'll totally give me one, right? Thank you. Thanks, Daisy. I'm gonna talk to my mother now. Mama? Mother? Mummy? Yeah, I'll heal. Sure, why not? When do I get the running shoes? Yes, 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 yes. I know. I'll be fine. Everything's okay. Gonna be a lot of trading normal type attacks. Up until I get anybody up to a point where they start learning typed moves. A good hunka chunka EXP. Is there anything here, or is that just how it is? I don't know. I don't think they would hide hidden items like that. I think that's just how it is. Yep, we have a typed attack now. Should make dealing with Brock a little easier once we get to him. Buddy's health is getting kind of low. I think he could take one more hit. Is your health low enough to activate Torrent? I'm not sure. There's a little whistle instrument in there. That's cute. Rats. Rats. We are the rats. Here to celebrate another birthday bash. It is not my birthday. I'm gonna run to the Pokemon Center and then circle back for a Pidgey and a Rattata. I've been a wee bit starved for video game related essays lately. I watched Power Pack's video on myhouse.wad, and then I looked at the pages of some of my favorite video essayists, and there wasn't really a whole lot of things new to look, so I went and watched H-Bomber Guy's Pathologic video 3 times. It's a good video! Yeah, I've been in a kind of a weird headspace lately. I just have to kind of pull myself back together. I'm waking up way too late lately. I'm gonna set my alarm again. I had it unset for a while, and now I'm going to set it again. Did I say I wanted to... Yeah, I've already done the circling back. I'm just... Little scraps of EXP are still helpful. Crit! We done diddly went crit! Pidgey. Bird! Don't crit this time. Okay, good. Thank you. After the scientific name for doves. Columbidae. I do still want a rat, though. I'm gonna do one more fight, and I think I'm gonna circle back to the Pokemon Center again. Probably not going to use the rat long term. But it'll be good to have. For Pokedex reasons. You know the drill. Thank you for not critting this time. Hell yeah. Rat! Acquired! Ratatouille that shit. How much money do I have? I have money. Pokemon Center to heal my little friends. I already spoke to you about the caterpillars. Not today. You're awake! I just caught two! I could have walked right past this guy. He probably would have stopped me anyway. the TGTV! I now have a little portable television. I wanted to talk to that guy. Oh well. Can I go out this way? Do they, like, not let me? Or are you just supposed to figure out from the fact that it's called Route 22 that you're not supposed to be here yet? Am I likely to die? No, actually. Beat up, beat up, bing, beat up, bing, beat up, bing. I now have a monkey. Okay, so basically I'm monkey. Is it just Mankey? I can still fight against them for more EXP. Oh shit, there's probably gonna be a bunch of grass. Are there a bunch of grass types in Viridian Forest? Off the top of my head, it would probably be Pidgey. When am I likely to see my first Bellsprout? Would they be in the woods? Usually in the early forest, they give you some grass, like, they start throwing grass types at you. But, with my knowledge of Gen 1's grass types, I am not entirely sure if they're gonna start. I know you can get Pikachu in Viridian's Forest. That's a thing that can happen. So it's Pikachu, they're probably gonna have Pidgey and Rattata again. And I know they have the Caterpillars. So that's bug types and an electric type. But I don't know off the top of my head. Grass type, what grass type would be. I don't know Gen 1 Pokemon off the top of my head super well. I don't think Tangela seems like something you'd see in the Safari Zone. That doesn't seem like something you'd see, like, Route 3. Bellsprout seems like the earliest grass type I would see, maybe. Oddish! There would probably be Oddish in there. Forgot about Oddish for a hot second. What's back here? Anything? Perhaps? You can just brute force it. Cool. I'm gonna take the long way around. I think Buddy's still gonna... Oh, I could have just walked around it. Okay. Alright. Yes, it's in my party. The bug catchers are out in force, I see. Bug! Oh, you... Oh, that wasn't a crit. That was just... all in. A Metapod. think I'd just catch a straight-up Caterpie instead. It wouldn't be too difficult to evolve, and it would get to keep Poison Sting as a Metapod. And that's important, so that I can train it effectively. Ooh, 41 EXP, not bad. I wish I could have get the running shoes. Did I miss a bit? Should I have gone to talk to my mother again? Oh shit, yeah, you don't get the running shoes all the way until after you beat Brock. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Good to know. I have a caterpillar now. There's a really cute internet story that I saw one time about someone finding a caterpillar that Caterpie was based on and raising it to butterfly, and he named him Chicken Nugget. And it's very cute. So I'm gonna name this guy Nugget. Because he's a chicken nugget. Chicken Nugget's going to become a chicken wing someday. Excuse me for a moment. Hello, I'm back. I am a chronic nail biter, and I had to throw the shreds of my fingers in the trash. I also cut my hair short again, so, if I take a quick break to fiddle with my face, it's probably because I'm pushing my hair out of my eyes. Ball! Weedle! As much as I like to shit on Generation 1, the battle music slaps. Every single one. All of the battle themes slap, and they are iconic as shit. And I like them all. Drone! I might have to dip out and head to the Viridian Pokemon Center just to make sure I can survive. Hello, welcome to the stream! We are playing more Pocket Monsters. Stop making me slow! Rude! Yeah, I'm gonna hop out to the Viridian Pokemon Center. Good. When exactly will I end, do you know a flying type move yet? Okay, so you could use some levels on you before you go, and while you're not very useful for the Brock fight, having a decently strong flying type, like, from the get-go, like, that's usually good to have. So I'm gonna get a little bit of EXP on Columbia. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. She can handle herself. Kinda. Yeah, took no damage that round. Well, she can handle a couple tail whips. How many tackles of her own can she take? Maybe some? Okay. Good. It's not much, but I have no idea when I get the EXP share. Because I am not familiar with this generation. I spent a lot of time in Sapphire going, oh yeah, I know when I get stuff, because I know I can get the EXP share from, Mr. Stone at Devon Stone at the Devon Corporation. Ooh, excuse me, and how long which it is. And, like, one consequence of me dunking on Kanto so much is that I don't know where the fuck to go. Like, I know the general shape of the place, because I would run around Kanto as post-game in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But as far as, like, childhood experience goes, there are some songs and, like, a few map shapes that I recognize, and not much else. I know Mount Moon is, like, pretty early on. And, like, this game has some, like, non-linear... Like, you can... There's a point where you can, like, choose between 2 or 3 different gyms to go fight. So, I don't know when that is. It might be, like... Might actually be as soon as the Cerulean gym. Like, you can pick Cerulean, but you can also run off to... Saffron City or something. There are only 3 pockets. I have some potions. I'll just... I suppose I'll figure it out as I go along. Yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green was, like, just a touch before my time, because my first, Pokemon adventure was Emerald, and that came out after Fire Red and Leaf Green, because it was Ruby Sapphire, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then Emerald. And from there, my experience was Pearl, Platinum, Soul Silver, Black, Black 2, Y, Moon, Ultra Moon, no, Y, oh, Alpha Sapphire, Moon, Ultra Moon, Sword, Legends Arceus, Shining Pearl, then Legends Arceus, and then, Violet. So, Johto is somewhat familiar to me by way of Soul Silver, but, I was like, Kanto's boring to me. I don't know, the Pokédex doesn't interest to me as much there. And, like, I had, like, a personal vendetta against Gen 1ers at the time. Like, when I was a teenager, like, I was like 13, and people on the internet were saying all the generations of Pokemon that I grew up with sucked. And that hurt. That stings. So you'd like, I'm okay to get mad at that. And like, that is probably influenced to why I haven't really done a whole lot of Kanto adventures. Like, I skipped Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee on purpose, because, I took issue with, like, I felt like Pokemon Go was exerting too much influence on the core franchise, and I was worried about its future. As it turns out, I had nothing to worry about, because they kept the core battle system intact, which is what I wanted all along. I still don't like the Pogo-style wild catching, so that's why I skipped LGPE. And also because it was a limited the dex was limited to G1. Although I do think it had all of its megas intact, which was interesting. So I don't think I'd mind picking it up used for a chance to experience Kanto, like, completely by itself, but also with Mega Evolution. It seems like the company insists that it's a, oh, brain has ceased to be. Brain has ceased to function. I don't like how they insisted that LGPE was a main series game, because the gameplay changes were significant enough in my heart to mean, like, it felt like a step backward rather than a step forward, and as a result, I, like, instinctively rejected it. But then Sword and Shield came out, and that was a more normal Pokemon game, and I'm still mad about Dexit. But, like, they should just let us unlock the entire dex after we complete the game. And, like, I'm willing to wait a while for them to future-proof all of the models, because I'm convinced that they can be future-proofed. You should be able to get to a point where you have all 1,000 whatever Pokemon fully 3D modeled in the current Pokemon style, or at least the relevant style, because the models are the same in Scarlet and Violet, they just have new textures, and that's easier to deal with, I think. They have new textures and sometimes new animations, and that's cool, but I do think the models should be I mean, I guess if they make new animations and the models aren't, like, the topology isn't good for the animations, then they would have to do some, like, re-topology bullshit. I don't know. But that's the thing. I'm okay with them, like, doing those kinds of topology and animation updates for, like, 20 old Pokemon per generation. Like, I would be okay with the older Pokemon that you import from older generations not being as fancifully animated as everything that was in the base regional Pokedex. Like, I understand there's an issue of scope for, like, game design, but, like, I don't understand why they can't just, like, put it at the very end of the story. Because, like, here in LeafGreen, I'm gonna have to 100% this shit in order to even let it trade with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Otherwise, it can only trade with, other copies of Fire and in LeafGreen, and you can only trade Kanto Pokemon. It's like a hardcore preservation of the quote-unquote original experience of Gen 1. And you could do something similar with adding the Nat Dex back into current, Pokemon games. Even if it doesn't happen until, like, the DLC wave or whatever. I don't know, the DLC wave does add more Pokemon back into the game, and that's part of the selling point, but for me, the selling point of the DLC should be able, like, Those Pokemon should still be able to be in the game. The appeal of the DLC is that you can now find them in the wild. And I think that's cool! Pick a number between 1 and 386 and you will use that Pokemon. Okay, I'm gonna spit out something random and hope you don't pick a legendary or something that's not accessible at whatever point you're currently at. 236. 236. Tyrogue. 236 is Tyrogue. Tyrogue be upon ye! Oh. I take 2 steps and I am immediately back in the fray. Oh, it's a level 2. That shouldn't be too awful. Columbia's suffering a little bit, but I hope she can take... Whoa, okay, she can one-shot. That also works. One-shotting also works. Now, bringing Columbia to the Pewter City Gym is probably not smart. Neither is Nugget or Drone, because they are both, like... Someone already gave me a Hitmontop so you could get all 3 Hitmons. I don't know what kind of challenge you are, if you're just, like, going around to streamers and saying, give me a number between this and this, and I will use the Pokemon at that dex number. So it's funny that you managed to wind up with all the Hitmons just by that. It's a fun little experiment. Just like, hello, I am showing up in a random streamer, and in random streamer's chat, and I am letting them determine my Pokemon team for whatever challenge. That's actually a pretty cool idea. This is a fun little challenge. I'm going to train Monkey a bit. Because... I actually don't know when it learns its first fighting type move. In this generation. I think fighting resists rock, though. But if I can get something like Mach Punch, or Low Kick, or even something like Karate Chop, then that would be good to have for the Brock fight. In my humble opinion. I'm probably overthinking it. Oh, you have a full team, you just want to change it up. Hey, if you just want to change it up. No problemo. Thanks for dropping by while you're here. No! He needed that EXP. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go back through Viridian Forest. I think I'm gonna do switch out training while I'm there. Maybe? Maybe. Columbia? Does Columbia know Peck yet? Did she learn Peck while I wasn't looking? Nope, just tackle and sand attack. Okay, so that's gonna be mildly annoying. But she's level 8 now, which is pretty solid, actually. Almost up to where Buddy is. Yeah, now I'm back on my commentary game. I just needed to have a full party of 6 Pokemon in order to start talking again. I was just like, we're getting through the big opening act. I have 1 Pokemon, nothing to say about it. And now strategy is going in my head. I'm like, oh, I know about types. And I know that I have to get to Pewter City, and I know what type Brock is using, and I know what types are good against it, and I have a couple Pokemon that are good for that, and I have some Pokemon that are weak against it, and now I can word vomit my ideas for what I'm gonna do next. But at the first, it was just like, Go to Viridian City. Get the package. Bring the package to Professor Oak. Hello. I must have stolen it. I found one on the ground, I guess. I'm gonna do switch out training with some of these bug catchers. They did not need to make the bass in this song go as hard as it did in this mix, but they did. You fool! I'd probably still get poisoned. I don't have any antidotes on hand, so that could be a problem. If I'm not careful. Ah, I jinxed it! Nice. Gust! Yes, that's good, actually. I should probably, if I'm gonna run through Viridian Forest like this, and I have Columbia with Gust now. So that's probably good, actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the Pokemon Center. I'm just gonna be really annoying about grinding my team up to speed right now. It's fine, I don't have to make it to the first gym battle in the first stream. It's fine, guys. I didn't do it last time. Although they do throw the evil team at you in Ruby and Sapphire. Columbia fainted. Of course! This is why I'm going back. They throw, You start, like, seeing Aqua or Magma in Petalburg Woods. And that's before you make it to Roxanne. Despite everything, Gen 3 is still very much structured like Gen 1. First gym leader is a rock-type user. There's a big city with a gym you can't go to yet before you make it to the first gym. There's a forest dungeon between that big city and the rock-type gym city. I wonder when Team Rocket first shows up. Yeah, I think I might do switch out training in the wild. But then just let Columbia wreck house against the bug catchers. Oh, I should have bought an antidote while I was gone. Oh well. Maybe I should just make it to Pewter City and then pop back in here for training purposes. Beep, 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 beep. I love how you can just walk away. You can just interrupt the text box by leaving. Tired of reading? Just walk away! So how about the new official Pokemon forums? It immediately went to shit. For my part, I did poke around, but it turns out I can't post for some reason. There's no text box for me to add a forum post. And that bothers me, because, I like explaining dumb basic shit. I mean, that guy could have been a troll. There's a guy who said, like, oh, my Ryalu's a weird color, and there's, like, a weird animation that plays. This is a glitch. Okay, I released it. That could either be a child or a troll. But it still made my heart hurt a little bit. Now that I think about it, that could easily be a troll. Yeah. But also, I also very much expect there to be children on the forums. And there was another guy who was like, anyone willing to trade me a Zorua in Pokemon Black? And, like, I was just in my heart, like, you can't connect to the internet anymore in the DS games. I'm sorry. You have to go to... This is a question for a fan forum, not an official forum, because all of the weird personal, like, privately owned GTS servers and workarounds and things like that, like, that's probably against the forum TOS on the official Pokemon website. And probably you know how they are. And of course, yes, I do know that Pokemon evolved. Another thing is that some people immediately got horny, which, not the time or the place for that. If you want to talk, like, come on. Just not the... There's a time to place and it's not here. It is not on the family-friendly, all-ages Pokemon forum. I mean, all ages. They did specify when I punched in my trainer account, there was like, something digital age of consent, and I was like, yeah, wait, yeah, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, that probably would count as a digital age of consent, huh? So, they're probably, but also kids lie all the time. And, like, sometimes ways like that are phrased in such a way where, like, instead of explicitly disallowing you if you're under 13, the terms of service will specify that you have to ask for parents' permission. No, go wait. And, the idea being, and kids will get the idea in their heads that they'll be like, oh, so I can just text my mom. And if she says yes, it's fine. But also, how do they verify that? It's a whole thing. Level 10! It's what people when something posts completely unrelated to the topic on a forum. Yup. I do think that, like, specifically lately, like within the past 4 to 6 weeks, the social media landscape of the internet has just been spectacularly collapsing. There's the Reddit blackouts, Twitter rate limited people, because their fucking servers are falling apart, so people using the site as normal is basically DDoSing them. Cause Melon Husk Boy doesn't know how to run a goddamn website because he fired all his engineers who were supposed to keep that shit running. Anyway, with Twitter's falling apart, Reddit's falling apart. Tumblr is, you have to be of a certain breed for Tumblr. You have to be ready for it. If you don't want to join Tumblr, then you're probably not going to join Tumblr. But also, it's one of... There are, like, other things, like Blue Sky, and... What was the other one? I saw someone, join Blue Sky and set up their profile, and it looked all nice. But, like, I already have some accounts on... Sometimes I feel like I need to turn the internet off and then back on again. Kind of? Like... this big long-ass ramble about the enshittification of the internet and, platforms collapsing spectacularly is, it's funny that the Pokemon releases an official forum for this, because forums, like, niche forums, are the solution to this. We need to return to Web 1.0 is calling. It is out there. Web 1 is calling. Start making forums again. I want to make... What is going on with that? Do I need to clean this? Or is it just gross? Is that just like a natural... whatever. It's scraping my fingernails along my microphone and it made weird patterns and I don't know what's coming off is on the mic or on my nails. Fingernails shouldn't be able to make a dent in something. Maybe it is just gross. Maybe I do just need to clean it. Honestly, knowing the history of this microphone, I probably could just clean it. But, one of the things I do want to do is get to work on one of my very own webpage. But also, I have to decide what it looks like. And I know I can go back and change it whenever. But also, there's a million things I want to work on and make and do things with. And everything gets stacked. Everything goes in the pile of things to do later. Gross. I'll put Columbia up front just to fight this guy. Straight up. Anyway, yeah. Internet is collapsing semi-spectacularly. Make a fucking NeoCities. I want to start an RSS feed. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe a newsletter. I don't know what I would put on that newsletter, though. Because I don't really do much right now that's, like, super big announcement-worthy. That I can, like, update people regularly on. Because I'm not doing super cool shit every month. I'm doing, like, 5% of a super cool thing every month. Or 0%, and I put it off until the next month. Wild fight! Anyway, yes. I encourage you to carve out your own little corner of the internet for yourself. Find a place that lets you customize your page. Learn HTML! Learn a little bit of CSS. Coding is fun. I promise. It's scary, but it's fun. If you get good grades in algebra at school, coding is fun. Route 2 again. I'm just gonna bypass that and walk into Pewter City and pop into the Pokemon Center. Generally forgot that poison used to do the pixely thing. Yup. It does it, in certain, it stopped doing that in the most recent generations, and then there was a transitional period where it would still do that, but it would stop before the Pokemon fainted completely. It would leave them at 1 HP. But this far back, yeah, it just makes them faint outright. Now let's see what kind of Pokemon we can see in this little patch of grass. This little patch of grass! This little patch of grass! I'm closing in on the end of my Tears of the Kingdom series on this channel as well. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. So that'll be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna save it for next week. I probably will. I don't have too much going on lately. But, I want to see if I can also, wrap up. If I can wrap up, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga this Friday? Maybe not. We'll see how long. Because there's a whole thing for the final dungeon. But, we're getting in close. And I did spend some time off stream playing some minigames and brewing myself some coffee to boost my stats. So I do have some slightly overbuffed stats that should help me, I wouldn't say sail through the end of it, but, maybe not sail through it, but maybe coast through it. Maybe I'll be able to do the end of the game pretty easily, so I think I'll go ahead and whip together a thumbnail for that sometime. Set up a stream for that on Friday. Do other such fun things. In the meantime, I still owe a commission to a friend. I need to work on that. Ugh! One thing I need to work on. I just want to draw more in general. And shake the rust off. Get started on my Kirby Air Ride playthrough. That's gonna be fun. Have to see if I can get my capture cards to hook up to my GameCube, but we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. Okay, Columbia is no longer gaining any meaningful amount of experience from these wild battles, so Buddy goes back in the front. She's already out-leveled him, but I think Pidgey is one of those Pokemon that levels a little faster. I don't think Squirtle levels as fast. Bada bada bing, bada ba 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 bada ba ba ba. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong bong. Because if I can keep this pace going for all of my fun 2023 2003 video game celebration. Let's see. If I can finish Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Luigi Superstar Saga, and I could get started on Kirby Air Ride, and if I'm not... I kind of want to stream more now that I have a little more time opened up. I'm in between jobs at the moment. So if I end up with like a part-time position, I could stream more. Or I could just commit to streaming more in general, but it depends on what the job I end up with is. So that'll be fun. But if I could cram in a whole bunch of shit, like, right around now, maybe not right around now, maybe, like, within, like, the next, we'll see how much I can commit to buckling down on shit. And, yeah. Buddy's starting to suffer a little bit. Yeah, he's leveling slower than Columbia did. Alright. Buddy learned Withdraw! Now I can boost my defense as well as lower the enemies. You ever messed with one of those Hunger Games simulators? You just punch a bunch of... Oh yeah, I've seen those! They result in some very funny things. I tend to get bored of them pretty quickly because you just punch in names and then you see what happens and it just shows you things and I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but also, like, it loses its charm for me very fast. So I am going to save real quick. I need to run to the little gamer's room. I will be back momentarily. See you then. Miss me? I'm back. Anyway, yes, my brain is full of things that I would like to do, and the sheer overwhelming nature of my own enthusiasm for things is overwhelming to me. It's big. It feels like there's too much of it. Okay, Buddy's good. Flower garden? I want to read that sign. That's just a... yeah, okay. There's just a little flower garden that's like, ooh, welcome to Pewter City. To be fair, plenty of communities do that. So I go to the Pewter Museum first. Not right now. So that's the, you have to cut to get into, like, the office. I'm just gonna go straight to the gym. Maybe Aiden will come and bother me about it. Clefairy appeared after moonstones fell on Mount Moon. Let's get it happening. Oh, there's only one guy in here other than Brock. You say that, but I have a level 10 water type. This rendition of the theme has no right to go as hard as it does. That intro, that first little bit is such a jam. Wonder if you'll ever be a Pokemon game where you go to the moon. Seems like there are a lot of Pokemon up there. See, like, I wanted to, like, explore that some in my own headcanon. Where, like, there's a whole society of moon rabbits, and everything that evolves with the moonstone, maybe not everything, but almost everything, has, like, strong associations with the moonstone, which is, like, probably actual moon rocks in this continuity. Moonstone. But also, there is a gemstone, in real life called Moonstone. And it is called Moonstone because it looks like moonlight, not necessarily because it is... not because it's from the moon. And also, like, the moon and the earth are made of a lot of the same stuff. It's called producing the sunlight. Adularescence. Interesting. Including Labradorite. Well, Labradorite has Labradorescence. It's a specific thing. Pokemon Moonstone. Tell me about the Moonstones. Internet, tell me about the Pokemon Moonstone. Moonstone. It evolves. Like, I know the moon rabbits in my headcanon would definitely include Wigglytuff and Clefairy. And I feel like they have their own little mini society on the moon. And I feel like Delcatty would be a breed of cat that they bred. So, like, that's their cats. And that's why they evolved with the Moonstone as well. Where's the fucking list of Pokemon that it evolves? Show me things, Bulbabibbidi. Effect. Okay. Nidorina and the Nidoqueen. So the Nidos. Okay, the Nidos are also very rabbity in their own right. But they feel more Earthling than Clefairy and Jigglypuff do. And then there's Munna and Musharna, and that feels like that feels like an Earthling in the same vein as, like, Drowsy or something. It'd be cool if we could go to the moon in a Pokemon game. It'd be cool if we could do a lot of things in the Pokemon games. Oh, hello, a ground type. Isn't any air on the moon and the moonstones give magic life powers or something? I don't think they need them to survive, they just need them to evolve. And since they're, like, in my... the brain process that is leading to, like, this headcanon idea is, like, the concept that, like, like, Moonblast is a fairy-type move. There is some kind of association between the moon and fairy types. So I imagine they're just using fairy magic to breathe up there, or just never needed to breathe in the first place. Excuse me. That does leave the Nidos, though. And while it's cool that they evolve using moonstones, they are ground poison type and not fairy type. And they have that more, like, repto-mammal kaiju look as several definitively Earthling Pokemon, like Rhydon. They feel like they're in the same kind of... Rhydon and Kangaskhan. They look like Godzilla suits. They're, like, kind of mammal-ish. Like, Rhydon is, like... It's like a weird lizardy kaiju thing, but it is also a rhinoceros. Kangaskhan is a weird lizardy kaiju thing, but it's also a marsupial. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are weird lizardy kaiju things, but they are also rabbits. I think the Nidos being rabbit-like and evolving with moonstones is significant in a way that would be fun for me to explore with the whole moon rabbit concept. But also, since they're not fairy types, they feel like they're like Earthling influenced by the moon. A lot of Pokemon seem connected to the moon, but don't seem like they're from the moon. Maybe that's the moon magic again. Yeah, because there's like Cresselia. I don't think Cresselia is from the moon, necessarily, but definitely represents the moon. It's a kind of moon goddess, basically. But the idea of an entity being from the moon, it's more like an Eastern mythology thing. I don't think a whole lot of Western myths really acknowledge the moon as a place in the same way that Eastern stories do with characters like Chang'e and Kaguya. And that it's also with, like, the whole moon rabbit situation. That's another Eastern thing. Instead of the man in the moon, they have the rabbit in the moon. They interpret the shape of the markings you can see on the moon from the surface of the Earth as a rabbit shape. And if you see it traced out by someone who shows you, you can totally see it. But also, if you, like, change your perspective a little bit, you can also see the man in the moon. It's just, like, a little cultural thing. I'm gonna go fight Brock right away. Fight me! Fight me, Brock! I know in my heart... There are a decent number of Pokemon that are, like, unequivocally extraterrestrial. LGM and Behem are very obviously the equivalent to the Greys. Minior are literally meteors. They live at the top of the atmosphere. If they are not from, like, space, then they're at the very least from high orbit. So, spacier than most living things. They're not surface creatures. I think, okay, so the stuff surrounding the Paradox Pokemon is very mysterious, and we're not sure if it's legit, but Screamtail's Pokedex entry says it's something about, like, being a 10 billion year old version of Jigglypuff. And that is not... Hang on, how do I do it? Screamtail, I'm gonna look at Screamtail again. Tell me, what is the Pokedex entries? Old, from 1 billion years ago. So, okay. The Earth is only 4 billion years old, and I think 1 billion years predates the development of multicellular life. So that would be very interesting if Jigglypuff, its Screamtail literally is a 1 billion year old ancestor of Jigglypuff, but it's able to be that way because because multicellular life developed on the moon first in the Pokemon universe. That would be an interesting idea, but also that depends on whether or not the Paradox Pokemon are legitimately real and from their time periods, or if they're just like fantastical creations of the Paradox machine that Turo built. Turo, or what's the other lady's name? Fuck, I don't know the name of the professor in Sada? I think it's Sada and Turo. There's this whole talk about how dreams relate to things in Area Zero. This is a whole thing. I'm gonna wait before I say anything else about that until the Indigo Disc portion of the DLC comes out. And I will be playing that on stream, I think. That comes out in the fall and the winter, right? So I should have some time this summer to do things in the meantime. Okay, the Boulder Badge gives me Flash. Interesting. You'd think it'd be Rock Smash or Cut. He gives me Rock Tomb, just like Roxanne does. But, like, the Pokemon games go pretty hard on the lore, implying that Clefairy comes from the moon. Like, everyone seems to believe that. Maybe not believe it, but it seems to be a very strong running theory for a lot of people. Should I bother training some of these suckers up? Maybe. There is some kind of inextricable bond between the moon and fairy types, though. The existence of Moonblast, unequivocally cements that in my mind. Hello, person. Talk to me. Oh, I have the running shoes now. Oh, it is from Mom. I can go fast now. Oh, hey, a person. I did look at you. I gave you the big ol' Pokemon trainer stink eye. Mario went to the moon, Kirby blew up the moon, Metroid probably has a moon colony, Zelda had a whole game about the moon, Pokemon is the only big Nintendo franchise that hasn't been to the moon. Good point! Really good point, actually. But also, I think because there are so many, like, associations with the moons cross-generationally, that, committing to the bit might be difficult for them. It'd be cool if we did, but I think it could be controversial because it could mess with some people's pre-existing ideas about it. Or like maybe they don't include Clefairy enough, or maybe they deconfirm it and people will get mad. This is usually the kind of stuff I like to putter around with, mostly in the fanon space. Like, I very much like to keep that sort of idea in my, like, I made this shit up corner. Because then I don't have to worry about what the devs get up to. And I don't have to, like... I found that I've been... less... I feel like I feel better when I am not, like, I mean, it's not obligated, but it's like when I'm less focused on hoping that the creators of the property actually do a thing. Because, like, and And I feel like I've also gotten a pretty decent sense of when, or like whether they would do something, just based on like business acumen or what have you. It'd be cool if we did, but I don't see them doing it. But also that means we can do it off in our own little fan corner. And because some people are really not into the idea, or some people haven't even really considered it and don't give a damn. And that's fine. Like, it's not a core thesis of the Pokemon world. Beep 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 ba da dee da boo da bing. You saw me in Viridian 4, did you now? You can't just send out a level 10 Caterpie without me immediately switching into my cool dude section. And my cool dude section, what the fuck am I saying? I'm just saying words at this point. What the fuck is a cool dude section? I'm talking about Columbia. Words... I'm grasping at words. And they're not always sticking. I'm pretty sure there's a Pokemon Center just out on this route, too. Like, there's just one at the base of Mount Moon. No town required. That's cool, that's neat. Bing bong, bing bong. I feel like if we went to the moon, that would be a very cool, like, side game or Legends game possibility. I don't see it happening in the main series. Get gusted, idiot. 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 This is probably risky. Oh, it's the Shorts kid! They're delightfully comfy and easy to wear. He's right, too. Youngster Ben! Little burpy tonight. Just a little bit. I'm gonna switch out to Columbia. I think she's due to evolve soon, actually. She should be good for, what is it, level 16? I think it might be level 16. That or it's 15. It's like 15, 16, 17. That's the range where we get Pidgeotto. Yeah! Ekans! Bing bong, bing bong! I'll just keep gusting until it works. Excuse me. I don't believe it. Well, you better. I think I'm going to go back to the Pokemon Center. And now I can run so I can make things go faster, too. Although you mentioned several things, Mario has been to space. Samus is always in space. Kirby's a very spacey kind of game. Zelda having a game about the moon. Majora's Mask is kind of a special case. Because of these reasons, I'm not entirely surprised that Pokemon has not gone to the moon yet. Because, like, it's already kind of built in because, like, Kirby has a very strong, like, even if you just like, oh yeah, it's a cute little, game about a funny little pink ball, it still has very strong undercurrents of, like, astronomy themes. The guy's name is Kirby of the Stars. At least in Japanese. Like, it's the moon also comes out at night. He's from Dreamland. Dreams usually happen at night. And then Kirby started going all over the galaxy in later games. In Superstar, in 64, and then in Return to Dreamland, in Star Allies. Just keeps going. Whereas I think the only time we've ever been into this space in Pokemon is riding Delta episode of Delta episode. That was Space and Ultra Space, which is more another dimension type shit. You never actually go into space. Although Ultra Deep Sea is very alien. It is a very alien location. Bing, 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 bing. I think I'm just going to let Nugget fend for himself a bit. Let's see if he can pull it off. He cannot pull it off. Columbia, I need your help. Now, I have learned that Fire Red and Leaf Green are the only Gen 3 games where you can get a lucky egg, and you have to get it from, I think you have to steal it from a Chansey. But, it is a thing that can happen. How much can this sucker get out of this? Actually, can you find Pikachu? Pikachu must be rare. Pikachu must be pretty significantly rare, actually. But also having an electric type would be good for the Cerulean Gym. I think only the Cerulean Gym. I don't think there's a flying gym. And Lance isn't a major figure until Gen 2. So he's not the champion, your rival is. And that he's a multi-type, so you can't really plan against that aside from the starter. Low kick! Excellent. That's good. Bada bing. I was fully expecting it to put one of my team to sleep. Wonder why they decided to make Pikachu the Pokemon mascot out of everyone. Imagine an alternate world where Oddish is the mascot. Oddish was not going to ever be the mascot. It was going to be one of the starters, or Pikachu, or... I imagine Pikachu became the mascot because of the anime. Exclusively because of the anime. Because the anime and the games, and I think also the trading card, all hit America at the same time. Excuse me. Where in Japan, they came out in stages. And so they had time to sort of decide what they wanted out of that. To switch you out because you are already suffering pretty badly. Ashes. Oh yeah, Clefairy was another option. Ash's first Pokemon was written. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I knew there were a couple other candidates for, like, big mascot shit, but I couldn't remember who. It had to be something cute, though. Bing bong, bing bong bong. I always thought it was interesting how they had Nidoran male and female, and they really wanted to include sexual dimorphism in animals, even before they actually had genders to work with in the games. Oh, you weren't even looking in my direction, okay. Bite me! Feed me, ho! I'll kick your ass! Monkey's not having too good of a time. Ah, another poisoning. God damn it. I just want to fight a bug catcher in peace. Kakuna. Not bad. It's fine. I'll be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. It's sweeping time. Yeah, 102 EXP points. Damn. I hear that cowbell in there. I don't know how long this route is, but I am going to... Oh, no, I have an antidote. There's another bug catcher over there. Just swap out for Nugget. This is definitely one of the better route themes in Gen 1. Mew could have been a good mascot, being a rarest Pokemon at the time. Mew was added at the last second. Like, the games were already done, and there was like a tiny little sliver of space left, and they used that to shove Mew in exclusively because, was it Satoshi Tajiri? I don't know if it was Satoshi Tajiri or Junichi Masuda who had, but they had a very strong memory of there being like a myth about a secret level in an arcade, and they wanted to have the same kind of video gamey urban legends that they got to have in their childhoods, and Mew became exactly that. So I don't think making Mew the mascot of the whole... I think Mew, the mascot of the series, would have had to be something that was recognizable and not like something something to whisper about on the playground. Mew was in the anime intro, and the anime was what made Pikachu popular. True and fair. But Mew was only there for like a split second, and once again, like, there's a Mew's sprite, in the original games, Mew's sprite is half as big as all the others, in, like, pixel size. I think it's like a 40, I can't remember if it was like, its sprite is half the maximum width of the usual sprites in the Gen 1 games, and they did that because they crammed it in at the last minute. And they were like, we'll figure out a way for you to get it officially later. And then that spawned Event Pokemon. My memory of, like, OG Pokemania is very faint because I was, like... That was, like, the year I was born. I think Gen... Because I'm a 98 baby. I think Gen 1 hit the United States in 98. Whereas in Japan, it was out as early as 95. I have to remember. This is a Generation 3 game. Fairy types don't exist yet. Jigglypuff is a pure normal type. I'm gonna use Columbia anyway because she's strong. She's leveling up fast, and that's good. Ah, god damn it. No more quick attacks for me. Oh well. Disabled no more! Excuse me. A little phlegmy tonight. My apologies. You keep doing that. Stop it. Stop it with the defense curls and the disables. It's a pain in my ass. Nugget really needed that, though. Okay, yep, that's it. Actually... Yes, okay. So it's officially counted as Route 4, but there is a Pokemon Center here. There's a Pokemon Center at the foot of Mount Moon, and that's exactly what I wanted. He's reading the news. Alright, let's see what's up with the wild Pokemon. What is it? Mount Moon ahead. Okay. So I know the evolution number for starters being, like, evolving at, like, 16 and then 36 wasn't standardized until later gens. So but it might have been... I can't remember who this gen evolves, like... Some of these suckers evolve as early as level 14, which is a little low, but I don't know if that's Squirtle, or if that's Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur might evolve sooner than Squirtle, but Squirtle might evolve sooner after Bulbasaur, but before Charmander. Because they're like, oh yeah, Charmander's the difficult one to raise, and Bulbasaur is easy mode. In the end, Pikachu was probably the right choice for mascot, being marketable and powerful. Yeah! Oh, Spearow! I like Spearow. I should have picked Tackle. Yep, there it goes. I don't know why I have such a fondness for Fearow. Arguably, design-wise, I do like Pidgeot better. But, it must have had something to do with, like, a game where I just caught a Firo outright, or I recruited a Firo in a mystery dungeon game or something. I'm very much phoning it in on these names, but that's fine, I think. Thera gets put in a box. I want to see what's going on in here. I think they can change what's... Yeah, I think they can change what's available by, by each patch of grass rather than just by route. Oh! Oh shit, she has Poison Point. That's actually really good. I will try for another tackle. Yeah! Originally, Ash was going at Squirtle, but they decided if Ash has a starter, then everyone will want that starter and leave the other two behind. Aw, yeah, that would make that makes sense from a marketing standpoint. Rhea. I really like the Nidos. Quite a bit. What is the likelihood of me running into a Nidoran male? Or is it... Are these a virgin exclusive? The gendered forms of the Nidos? I know, off the top of my head, I know of a couple version exclusives from the original games. Actually, no, off the top of my head, I only really know one, and that's Vulpix and Growlithe. Quatergun. Yeah! Berries. Yes, of course. The Nidos might be version exclusive. I'm not gonna go back and check right now. I'm just gonna pop right into Mount Moon. It's funny how in the hospital says they hope you see you again. Yup. Every time. It's funny. Boobat! I'm honestly pretty happy that they buffed Leech Life into a competitive ready move. And they did have to replace everyone who knew Leech Life with, all of the Bloodsuckers, like low-level Bloodsuckers with, Absorb instead, so like Nincada, Zubat, stuff like that. But it does mean that Leech Life is now competitively viable, and I think that is both very cool and also metal as fuck! They did that in Gen 7, and they did that for, I think I would say they did that for, Buzzwole specifically, because it's a mosquito, so they have to give it the blood-sucking move, but they decided, it's supposed to be super powerful, why not make the blood-sucking move super powerful too? For everyone! Zooted! Are you, as a bug catcher, going to give me problems? Columbia didn't evolve at level, maybe it's more like level 17, or 18 maybe. Suspicious men are in the cave! What about you? Wah. Give me that sweet, sweet EXP! Bug catcher in Mount Moon. But I don't think that's going to be very relevant to the wild Pokemon we see here. So I'm gonna put Buddy back up front. Just in case we run into like a Geodude or something. I don't have any Psychic types or Electric types or Rock types to deal with Zubat. So that's fun, I guess. You are a normal type now, but also Monkey is level 6. I'm gonna send him out anyway. It failed, didn't it? Low kick! You are faster than me, and you are using Encore. A lot. Yeah, boy, let's go. Oh, this will suck. I've made a mistake, and I have no revives. I mean, I could just go train them the old-fashioned way, but I don't wanna. It's inconvenient and a waste of time. And not very interesting to watch, critically. Bing, bong, bong, bing. Bing, bong. Bang, bing. I should really do, the After Alterna level in Splatoon on stream sometime. We still haven't done that. Can't encore me if I'm asleep. I'm a strong-ass Clefairy. I'm leaving for Pokemon Center. Beep ba da 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 beep ba ba. I'm gonna put one of my bugs away. Run. Oh, there's a guy! I didn't sneak up on you, you snuck up on me! Super nerd! Me too! Magnemite? I don't have what I need to deal with. See, Monkey's the only... Oh, probably shouldn't switch out. I probably should just, like, whittle him down. Ugh, metal sound. Probably gonna kick my ass the instant. Yeah, see, like, metal sound, then Thundershock, you're gonna fucking ruin me. See? Just one-shot me. I did it again! I let him down. Unfortunate. I should probably go train him outside. If this guy doesn't kick my ass first. Ouch. This is gonna suck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose. Can't squint my eyes without my fucking blink detection going off the shits. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I do that, I can, like, scrunch up, and I can kind of get, like, a... Oh, yeah, but I have to, like, scrunch. Instead of just, like... lidding my eyes a little bit more, because then it'll just, like, close, but then it, like, can't decide. Come on. My camera should be able to figure that the fuck out. Come on. Perhaps some recalibration is in order. I'm gonna die. I beat him. Finally. Please let me around you. I need to leave. Ouch. Excuse me. You know, switching back and forth between stuff that looks like the original games and something that looks plenty modern, kind of want to switch it up again. I like the cubes. Checkerboard? I do like that. I'll save, why not? I don't have any escape rope, so I have to walk out. He's slowly gaining levels. We're not going down yet. I'm counting more wild Pokemon on the way back than I did at going in there. Run. Clearly not quite ready for Mount Moon. I think I am losing a bit of steam for tonight, and I think I might need to grind a little bit off stream before I can do anything interesting on stream again. So, I will see you some other time. Thank you for watching the first episode of Pokémon LeafGreen. I will be back with more of it on Monday, and we'll see what I get up to on Friday, whether it's Zelda or Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. I almost said Mario & Luigi Superstar Ultra. But, yeah, stuff is gonna happen. I'm streaming again! Yay! I'm back from my little vacation. It's a little vacation. But, until then, I will see you around. Goodbye, and have a nice rest of your week.